Shalom, welcome to Mitzvah Torah. This year is entitled Moving Stones on Shabbat in order to go to the bathroom. Nowadays we're all spoiled, Baruch Hashem. We have tissues and toilet paper and there's wipes that are able to, supposedly able to go into the toilets as well. But back in the Gemara's times, it wasn't so simple. So a person needs a stone to wipe themselves in Shabbos in the bathroom. So you can designate it before Shabbat. You have your stones or whatever it was that they use, leaves, stones, whatever it was. Not say a person is in a situation where he didn't designate, or he's in a place where he has to go to the bathroom. There's stones there. So stones are normally muksa. And we're going to learn Hashem more about muksa. You can't just go ahead and say, oh, I'm going to use this stone now as a paperweight. No, you have to designate it before Shabbat. And it's not a cliche machtal isser like a hammer to crack a coconut. Not the same, it's a different category. And normally it wouldn't be mutar, and this leads us to a fascinating category that the Gemara Pei Aleph and Daf Yomi introduces, and the Shulchan Aruch Shin Yud Bet in Orach Chaim brings down that kavod habriyut, out of kavod habriyut, the honor for a person so he's not embarrassed and degraded and he's not in a horrible situation. So at times the rabbis were lenient and they permitted a rabbinic prohibition for the sake of kavod habriyut, for the sake of a person's honor. How, what, when, and where, a person should never generalize. It's case by case by case. You have to look at each case where it's permitted, and that's where it's permitted. A person can't just jump, oh, okay, for the sake of one's honor, we allow a rabbinic prohibition. No, it's not that. It's much more complex than that, but this is certainly an example over here, and needs to be applied in this specific case, and then with analysis, you need to see, well, what about that case? What is the definition of kavod habriyut? What is the definition of someone being embarrassed? And when would we say, oh, this prohibition is rabbanan is waived? But this specific case should just be ruled by this specific case. Shalom.